Today we're going to learn how to take notes from a text and then from these notes that we write, to write a paragraph. And we'll start with a very simple checklist. Checklist has just one item, a strong verb. The idea is that for each sentence, we're going to write a note of 3 words or 4 words. China, world's oldest continuous civilization. So we're going to write our first one. And so we put commas in between. You can even take words from it. You don't have to take words from the sentence. Oldest continuous civilization. Okay, so then we go over to our text again. So we look at this sentence, and we're going to write a note from that. So for a long time, right? So you could write that. You could say, the dates, or you could say 2,000 years empire. So let's just try that. So we'll say 2,000 years empire. Okay. Then we go back to the next sentence. Part, no influences. So ancient China remained untouched by outside influences. So we'll say part, no influences. Okay, and then we go back to our thing and we look at the next sentence. Vast deserts and mountain ranges cut off China from other cultures. And so for that one I might say isolated deserts, mountains. And then we look at our last sentence. So it's a funny fact, right, is that Chinese didn't know that there were any other civilizations. So for that, we'll make a note. Centuries, others unknown. Okay, so now we forget about this text. We're not going to look at this text anymore. We're just going to try and write from our notes, and we're going to see if we can use some strong verbs while we do that. Okay, so it might help you to think about what you want to title. So I'm going to call mine A World Apart. Okay. So China, A World Apart. Okay. And in a clincher, we'll talk about what that is at the end. So let's start our paragraph. Okay. And so we look at our note and we say China is the world's oldest continuous civilization. It was a great empire for about 2,000 years. China existed apart from the influence of other civilizations. So what can we say? Deserts and mountain ranges isolated China from other peoples. And then we might even add something like this. So in fact, for centuries, other Countries, Chinese. Didn't know that other countries exist, other civilizations existed. So let's see if we can write a clincher. So something that, a little comment on all this that wraps it together. And say, so we could say China really was a world apart. So there's our clincher sentence. And now let's see if we can highlight. So what's our best verb in here? So we could add some other ones, but for right now, let's just talk about that one. So we'll talk about isolated. That the range is isolated China. Now you could say, well, you maybe could do some better verbs in this. So you could change this one. So this great empire survived or endured for about 2,000 years. So you can see you could add that. That's a nice strong verb there. So that would be then what we would turn in. We'd show our notes and turn that into Google Classroom.